I'm off my rhythm. I'm doing the rhythm method. I made a baby. That was a play in 3 acts. Hello, beautiful people. It's Tuesday night, and that means it has got to be go time for a great night. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined as always by my BFF, Mr. J.R.Y. Justin.
Hello, Brian. What's going on?
Man, what a, you know what? I thought it was a sleepy old weekend. Not a lot going on. And then, freaking, I ain't gonna bury the lead. Freaking, okay. So I'm on Reddit, just scrolling, doing my doom scrolling before I go to bed Sunday night, and then I see a thing a picture of a Hampton Inn, and it's on Explain the Joke. And then I read, I'm like, I don't know what this is. Somebody wants to fight Jim Acosta. What's going on here? Photo of the Hampton Inn and an address, a P.O. box. What is this shit? Yeah. And then I get as far as, and I always do this on the Explain the Joke, where it's like I get far enough. I'm like, oh, a thing, and a thing. There's a reason. It's from a fandom. I don't care. Great. And then go to bed. Next day, you come back. We work on World's Greatest Con. Yeah. You start to tell a story.
Oh, there's a new World's Greatest Con out, by the way.
Oh, that's right. It's great. Yeah. It's really, it's fantastic.
That's another thing I did this weekend.
That's right. That's right.
Published a new World's Greatest Con, yeah.
It's great.
Because there was somebody I didn't tell you this, there was somebody in our Spotify comments. Yeah. That are like, oh, I guess this is just a once a year podcast, huh?
Oh, got him.
And I was in there 2 weeks ago when I thought we were going to get this episode out earlier. And I was like, okay, fine. We'll do one next week.
Oh, no.
And then it went 2 weeks. But then I was like, okay, it wasn't that week, but still it's out.
So anyway, it explained the joke. It said, this is Justin Robert Young saying, fucking, I'll give you a World's Greatest Con. Just come on out. I'm at the Hampton Inn.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start telling me the story, and it starts to sound exactly like this story
that you had read on Explain the Joke.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And it had a bunch of characters I don't know nothing about, but you were like there.
Yes, I was in the middle of it. I was in the midst. I was in the eye of the storm.
You okay? To hear you say it, first of all, you told me the story. I just imagined a bunch of people took their shirts off at some point and they were covered in sweat. First of all, it sounds like everyone's drunk. It sounds like a trailer or 3 manifested itself inside of a hotel room bar. It sounds like tall boys were just littered around the place.
No, you got to dial it up. This is higher class. This is closer to like the Transporter than it is to Roadhouse.
Okay. But regardless,
like this is like James Bond. Everybody's in black tie. This is in a gallery.
But you and Jim Acosta,
the Cupid Shuffle was playing.
The Cupid Shuffle. Yeah. Left. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. That's amazing.
Okay, which I don't remember that, but there is a video of the event today that apparently people are still reporting on this. This is like day 3.
It's still breaking news
of the Michael Tracy wants to fight people at the Hampton Inn story, and the Daily Caller, because they can get the clicks, published another video of...
Well, no, we got to scoop them then with firsthand eyewitness testimony.
I think I've already played everything that I have from that moment.
Well, you recorded like your testimony. New. See, I don't want.
No. I got in the moment stuff too.
Well, give me the epic. Like, I want the official telling of record. I want you to be the folk historian that all other accounts bow before their new emperor.
Bring out my corncob pipe.
Yes.
And ask everybody to settle down, children.
Down. Okay, all right.
God.
Tell us
where
about
do
the
you
shouting
begin
match
with all this? Apologies to people who have heard me say it a few times, but we're going to say it again because
I'm hearing it for the first time.
I did not realize this was going to continue to be a story that people cared about, but it is because it is ridiculous. Okay. So a few things that you need to understand. Number 1, this is apparently a bigger story than somebody trying to assassinate the president, which also happened the same night. And I was also at the Washington Hilton in the lobby where the gunman was apparently only seconds away from running out of the elevator and trying to Naruto run through Secret Service agents before eventually being hogtied and wrapped in tinfoil. But nobody gives a shit about that story that I did on Saturday.
Right.
The only thing people care is where I went after I left the Washington Hilton. And that is to the Renwick Gallery, which is a very nice gallery, almost like on the grounds of the White House, basically. So it's a big event space where fancy people and organizations will do events. And this time the event was the Substack White House Correspondents' dinner party. So
Substack has, it sounds like, to hear you tell it, over the years, they have figured out that they are uniquely positioned in an age where traditional press is, having turnover. People have careers thanks to Substack.
Although this is another part of it, is that you are beginning to find two different pressure fronts that are meeting here in the middle.
So, tell me if I'm sniffing this out right. You've got your old heads, your true indies, your wildlings from north of the wall, your wolf calling. What do they call them? What do they call the north of the wall people? Free folk.
Yeah, free
You have
folk.
the free folk, right?
Yeah.
But then you have a bunch of these landed gentry descending from, there was a kerfuffle, a misunderstanding, and now I'm no longer most favored hand of the king.
Yeah. You got a bunch of old media people that for various reasons, sometimes of their own volition, sometimes not, have no longer found themselves in the employ of a major commercial media outlet and have then said, congratulations, guys, I'm starting my Substack. Come, you'll get all the great stuff you loved from me before, but now it's direct to you, and we'll really stick it to them. And sometimes people do really, really well on there. Sometimes people are, do less well. I would say like a Nate Silver is a great example. Chris Eliza gets a lot of shit. He came from CNN, but I think he's phenomenal on Substack. Like whether or not you agree with his takes, like he is an internet guy. He's a poster's poster. He is out there putting up 5-6 videos a day because, that is his craft. And I think he is very much welcome in the scrappy internet archetype that I most associate with, doing 15,000 shows. So that is not necessarily the crowd that's at this Substack party, because you got some people that are like fresh off CNN, major newspapers that have brought followings for varying different reasons to Substack. And then you got people like me who have I'm a dirt farmer, right? Like I have toiled on my land, mostly in obscurity for the media world, right? Not for everybody who's listening to this. You guys have known me for fucking damn near 20 years. But there is a little bit of a difference, right? Because these people are coming from a very high perch for whom there's a clear delineation of who needs to pay homage to who.
Yeah.
That's not the case in the new world that they find themselves in. So put that in your pocket for 2 seconds while we tell the rest of the story. Michael Tracy is a contrarian's contrarian. That man has not met a popular position that he has not tried to kick as
Mr.
hard
Rogers,
as
I don't know.
exactly. He is that. It's like, was Mr. Rogers a good guy? Like the guy who will stay up for 24 hours to investigate whether or not Mr. Rogers was a decent person, and would
not very good at swimming after all.
Yes, and would elevate anything that would be bad just because it's the right thing to do, and he very much believes that he has found something. Michael Tracy, that's that dude's aesthetic. I've always thought that he's a healthy part of a media ecosystem. Not the cuddliest man on the planet, but he is a curmudgeon's curmudgeon, and I've always dug him.
From the trailer parks in our cartoon Wonderland.
I think he was like at one point associated with like the Young Turks, but he's largely just done shit totally by himself.
Free folk.
In fact, I joked with him. I was on a podcast with him last night, like that we have a deep and abiding friendship that has stretched 3 Substack parties. But the last time that I remember talking to him at a Substack party a year ago, it was when some of the wave of the ex-commercial media people,
the new money,
were flowing in. And I was like, you want to know what I love? I love looking at there's a thing on Substack where you either get a hollowed out check mark or a solid check mark, and that delineates whether you are below or above 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a purple one, it means you're over 10,000. So you're making really good money there. But if you're over 1,000, that's like 6 figures. And I'm always like, I remember talking to him clear as day last year, a year ago. I'm like, boy, do I love seeing them with a hollowed out check mark. God, it makes me feel so happy. So yeah, we're more on the bootstrappy. We're paying our own way. I've seen him on the campaign trail at times. Like it's we're making our own scrappy way. So the thing that Michael Tracy has been contrary about that has gotten him the most attention recently has been the Epstein files.
Okay, I've heard of them. But
Yeah.
On this very program, we had our Maury Povich moment of Justin Robert Young. You are not in the Epstein files.
Not in the Epstein
But
files.
there was an Andrew Heaton.
Indeed, there was.
In fact, we really were hoping it was like, it was a good comedian.
Yeah.
Andrew Heaton.
No, do you want that? Do you want Jeffrey Epstein to be
I want
emailing his
somebody to
friends
be
saying
telling
like,
him.
I just had a knee slapper watching this Andrew Heaton video. So he has been very critical about some of the facts that he believes are being buried in favor of hysteria.
Mm-hmm.
And as you might imagine, for somebody with no sacred cows, he has not spared his...
Contrarious. I'm looking for what's the Mr. Rogers take is what I'm trying to figure out.
He is very pointed about women who consider themselves Epstein survivors. It is his reporting, and I would encourage anybody who finds this offensive to read him in his own words, that there are survivors, people who are claiming to be survivors that were adult women when they were involved with Jeffrey Epstein, had no ill, in fact, were very, very complimentary of him for years and years and years, and then only became quote unquote survivors after there was a multi-million-dollar settlement where anybody who would say that they were a survivor because they had sexual contact with Jeffrey Epstein got a payout.
Right.
That is his assertion.
Yeah. Which, by the way, reminder, we have 0 dogs in this fight. We do have our dog, Justin, in the fight that we're about to hear about.
So you just need to know that, right? And whether or not you find it compelling is your business. Go figure that out yourself. Do your own math. All I know is that he has gotten a ton of criticism, and the criticism you get when you start poking into stuff like that, because you are now not only in the crosshairs of a big political machine, because there are people on the right and the left for whom making gigantic hay about the Epstein files has become its own cottage industry. And so if you are poo-pooing on that, then that means that you are in the crosshairs there. So he gets a lot of negative attention. And so I went up to him when I saw him at the party, at the Substack party, and I'm like, man, your mentions, Jesus. Like that's a lot of shit to get. Like on a daily basis.
I'm going to guess that your hot takes on Mr. Rogers, very unpopular.
Well, I mean, with a certain crowd of people, absolutely. And the stuff, when you are being accused of like defending a pedophile,
yeah,
the level of invective is not, good sir, I disagree with your point.
But I will fight to the death for your right to say it. Here
no
in Washington,
Voltaires
DC.
in the at replies.
Right.
No Volties in the Menchies. It is just straight, you should die.
Yeah.
Like just ugly, ugly stuff.
Pure internet.
Yes.
Like black tar internet
Black
in the
tar
vein.
internet. We've been on the internet for a while. Like
Yeah.
it is the real scrape it off the bottom of the shoe kind of stuff. And of course, because he's a warthog of a human, he's just unfazed. He's just like, well, Michael Tracy has an intensity that pretty much levels off at its lowest valley at about a 7.5. Like
Okay.
he is an intense, wound up dude.
Yeah.
So he starts going on and on about how there's these 2 women that also make their living on Substack, Tara Palmieri, Julie K. Brown, that have been very, very, very critical towards him because they are very much aligned. They are advocates of the Epstein survivor group, right? Tara Palmieri and Michael Tracy had a very awkward podcast that they tried to do together where Tara Palmieri just left. And then, you know that Piers Morgan just does a thing. He does a YouTube where he just gets like 6 people to yell at each other at the same time now. You ever seen this?
This sounds very on brand for Piers Morgan.
Yes. So this is like a thing that he does. That he gets great people to yell at each other. Like he gets the appropriate people to yell at each other. But on one of these, they like line it up literally 5 wide. It's Michael Tracy and Tara Palmieri. And Tara Palmieri says, you know, Michael, because Michael's doing his reciting of his reporting and making his points. And then in a moment of reaction, Tara Palmieri says, you know, Michael, I just want to ask you, who's paying you? Who's paying you to say all this? Right. At which point, and this is kind of the pebble that sort of sets this.
That seems like the kind of phrasing that would be simultaneously petty insulting and also like a subjugation of if somebody was not
hold on, let me get to the point where it gets bad.
Okay.
At that point, Michael Tracy, who I assure you is not at a lack for words at any moment, has his earpiece go out. And so he does not respond. And he is saying into the camera, excuse me, did you ask me something? Did you ask me something? So the way that it looks like in the clip that Piers Morgan puts out is that Tara Palmieri asked him if he was being paid.
Oh, and he dodged the question.
And he dodged the question. And then they cut off when he has repeated the question and he answers it, I'm getting paid the same way that you get paid. And that is via Substack. Are we on?
The chat is the wrong chat.
Gotcha.
I just texted Ryan to let him know.
Okay. So that clip then is quote tweeted by Julie K. Brown, who led the reporting for the Miami Herald in 2018 when the Epstein stuff surfaced again post Me Too. And that's eventually what led to Epstein going to prison and eventually led to whatever happened to Epstein in prison, which is a whole nother can of worms. But she is now very much an advocate for the survivors. And so that is Julie K. Brown retweets that clip and says, great job, Tara Palmieri. There are a lot of questions about where Michael Tracy is getting paid.
Okay.
So that is something that we are going to enter into evidence because now we snap back to the Substack party and Michael Tracy is just stomping mad that Julie K. Brown and Tara Palmieri are going to be at this party. And boy, is he's got a question for both of them, which is, do you have any proof that I am getting paid by anybody to do what I am doing?
Right.
That is what he would like to ask these people. It's at that point that somebody tries to shoot the president.
That's right. This is the same night. I got to remember
No,
this.
it's this moment. And that matters because the Secret Service shuts off the access to the Substack party. So now the only people that are ever going to be at this party are the people that are already in it, which means you have about 40% of the crowd that was expected because everybody's trying to arrive fashionably late.
Right.
They were not expecting the assassin's gambit, but there's still a bunch of booze out there. So everybody's having a good time, but there's also a lot more room. You're not going to lose anybody in the crowd.
A miniature quarantine. Like there were,
Yes.
it was a bummer of a party and you were all locked down in it. And so you all drank to pass the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we were barred from leaving. People were barred from getting in.
Right.
And it was a very odd situation because nobody really cared about the fact that there was an assassination. As soon as everybody in the building found out that nobody was killed, everybody was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So everybody, because there was no TVs in the gallery, it was just us hanging out. And so, but the reason why that matters is because you can easier see everybody because there's less people.
Right.
This situation that I am about to describe to you.
So I'm picturing like a prom trying to be a good dance, but it's at a 4A high school, and there's just not enough teenagers there because half of them are out drinking somewhere else, and you're sort of trying to fill the room,
No,
but it
it
ends up
was
feeling
just-
like
no, it
Napoleon
was-
Dynamite.
It was just, no, there was enough people that it felt like it was a party.
Yeah.
It just kind of continually felt like it was the beginning of the party and it stretched on. I'll put it like this. Have you ever been in traffic and you're listening to a podcast and it's a podcast that you listen to during a commute all the time, and then you're stuck in traffic and you realize like, oh, I'm at the end of the podcast that I normally listen to. I usually only get like halfway through before I get to
Yeah.
where I'm getting. I guess I'm stuck in this traffic for longer than I've thought.
Right. You're having a fine time, but it's
But
going
it's
on
like-
a bit.
Yeah, but it's like at some point, there's a lot. This is a hot ticket in town, the Substack party, as I was made to understand. So, like, you would expect at some point it gets assholes to elbows.
Right.
Right. And also, for this particular moment that's about to happen, there would have been enough people in the midst of things that I don't think it would have played out the same way if there were more people there, is
Yeah.
all I would put it. So I'm talking to the CEO of Substack, Chris Best. And he has been very, very nice. He's had a lot of really good face-to-face time with all of his creators because half of them aren't allowed to show up. And so like I talked to him for like 30 minutes. He's like, what do you think about Substack? What do you need me to do? And I'm like, oh man, you need Substack Con. Substack Con needs to happen. You can do all these debates, blah, blah, blah. Michael Tracy was even there, actually, if I remember correctly, for this initial conversation. I'm like, oh, you need to have him versus Tara Palmieri, have them debate on stage. It'll be a fun time. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. And I pitch him a couple other ideas. So anyway, later on, because I now have more FaceTime with the CEO because not as many people are there, I'm talking to him again. I'm talking to the lady that runs politics at Substack. And she's like, hey, we're going to leave. We think we're going to be able to get people in now. We're going to leave the party open for another hour because people are just getting here.
Because meanwhile, I'd imagine Substack has spent a pretty penny on this, probably wants to see, let's see some sparks. And I guess sparks they got.
And it's at that moment that the warthog, Michael Tracy,
Yeah.
comes with purpose, walking by me and goes, hey, do you want to witness this?
Fucking. I saw the documentary Fury Road, and I know that witness me means some shit. Well, I don't even know what it means in this context, but the answer is yes.
So I had forgotten about exactly what he wanted to talk about and exactly who he wanted to say it to, but he finds Julie K. Brown. He walks up to Julie K. Brown and he says, hi, Julie, my name is Michael Tracy. I just wanted to ask if you had any proof that I'm getting paid by Epstein Associates.
Did he? Is that accurate delivery? Like he's like reserve, simmering anger, but keeping it even.
Again, he's somebody with an intensity that bottoms at a 7.5.
Yeah.
Right? So it's probably more intense than that.
Right.
But he is very intentionally trying to be very specific in his work.
Not screaming aggro, but just deliberate.
Intense and specific.
Yeah.
Like a reporter. Like you are asking a very specific question very intently. At which point, Julie K. Brown does not want to talk to him.
And describe Julie K. Brown for me.
She's a 64-year-old woman.
Okay.
Um,
Paul McCartney wrote a song about her. Says she's lovely. Very sensual.
whose book came out last year and was optioned by Netflix, and now Laura Dern is going to play her in a movie, apparently, or
Okay.
in a television show based on her book. She didn't want to have this conversation.
She's the one that floated. Who's getting paid where? Just asking questions.
Which I just want to point out, for people who are not aware of this, it is an absurd concept that the world's pedophilic elite would be in a gigantic overlooking
Smoke-filled
a
room.
smoke-filled room
They-
overlooking
they're-
Central
they're
Park.
letting their reptilian skin breathe with their skin masks dangling off to the side.
The fucking Succession score is playing in the background.
Their forked
Dun-dun,
tongues wrapping around
dun-dun.
cigars.
Yeah. And they're like, yes, yes. Order the bank transfer in unmarked francs to the one man that can save our reputations, Michael Tracy.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like an unmade bed, and he has the manner of the most intense guy at Arby's. Like, he's the one that will say it. Just, I mean, Michael Tracy has a lot of important things when it comes to a journalistic aesthetic. PR rep, I would not put him at the top of my list personally. But then again, maybe in their minds that he is. I think it's a ridiculous concept. So he keeps asking her this question. This is where the fact that there's not as many people comes in. Because if this were like assholes to elbows scenario, I don't think that it doesn't look like it wound up looking, which is, I think the confrontation would have just happened a lot faster.
Yeah.
She just would have said, Michael, I don't want to talk to you. And then at that point,
Got it.
Like,
but meanwhile, there was something in the air, potential boredom, and we can't have that.
no, I mean, it was just space.
Yeah.
It was like, so now if she doesn't want to talk, she doesn't just have like a phone booth to turn around in.
Right.
Which would have been in a more crowded party. She just has more space to kind of like strafe around.
Yeah, there's
so
no
he asked her
easy
the questions.
exits.
He asked her the questions a few times. He never gets near her. He's never physically menacing. He's just asking her the question over and over and over. And at that point, things start to happen.
Okay. Explain this part to me. So he's aggressively, or not aggressively,
Intentionally.
intentionally. He's I'm like, no, is he quite succulent Chinese meal, or is
We'll get there. We'll get to
not yet to succulent Chinese
We'll get to
meal.
succulent Chinese meal.
So, how dare you, sir?
It's more like that.
He's Keith Olbermanning.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's Olbermanning. He's Olbermanning a little. He's asking, again, the same exact question.
Yeah.
Do you have any evidence that I am being
Again
paid
and again
by
and again.
Epstein
He's trying to
Associates?
get her to
Now,
to
at some
admit
point,
no.
I would say, and look,
How?
anybody who knows me knows that I'm a reporter person. I'm always going to cape up for reporters. And this is reporter on reporter violence. I will give Julie K. Brown that. She is a newspaper reporter. She knows exactly how this game goes. And like, she answers back to him. She says, I didn't say that. To which now they get into an argument about when she said it.
Yeah.
If you are a reporter and you have somebody that you were trying to get something out of and they start talking to you, this is now an on the record thing. This is just what happens. And so beyond the defamation element of it, which is where Tracy's coming from, is that you defamed my character and said that I was a pawn
Right.
in some like pedophile cover up. There is just like, there are kind of a code of ethics, at least to journalism, at least to reporting, on the ground reporting,
Yeah.
that I felt was in bounds. Security starts to get wind because, again, there's not a whole lot going on, so they will notice.
Well, and also I would imagine, for reasons not party related, security's a little bit heightened, a little bit more alert.
Sure. So security comes over, and it's at that point that we introduce the one, the only, former CNN anchor, Jim Acosta.
Okay, so I recognized the name because I heard it. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. I guess former CNN. We already presaged where we're headed here, so I assume he used to be formerly of King's Landing, now of The Wall.
So he was like a big star during Trump won. He was famous for going to Trump rallies and saying that people were yelling mean things at him. There was a moment during a press conference where he refused to give up the mic because he was asking his question over and over and over again, which turns out something that he wound up not liking. And he is now on Substack because he's no longer at CNN.
Was anything interesting on the exit? Just
He was fired.
okay.
Yeah. He is, and I only know this I only knew this by third-hand reputation. I was about to find out by first-hand reputation
More foreshadowing.
that he was a bit of an asshole.
Got it.
So he doesn't have, look, a lot of television people got a lot of egos. There's a reason why Ron Burgundy is like a funny character, because like that's a real archetype,
Yeah.
right? That is a heightened version of a television personality's archetype. Now, if you also imagine Ron Burgundy, but he also believes he's saving the First Amendment and he's the dean of journalism,
Sanctimonious Ron Burgundy.
Jim Acosta.
Got it.
There
Okay.
we go. So Ron Burgundy's over.
Judge
and
Burgundy.
Yeah.
With his burgundy robes.
He comes in and says, "Get away from her. She's a journalist."
Oh, got it. Okay, so what must it look like to his eyes? He's over there musing about all this free folk money, and then he sees journalism being happening, and but it's journalist on journalist violence, and so he gallantly.
Well, no. To him,
it's free folk on citizen violence.
Yes.
I see.
and this is where we get into our meeting fronts, our low and high pressure fronts.
Got it.
Because I would imagine that there's been a very long time in Jim Acosta's existence where somebody that would be as far below him in terms of pay scale would say anything to his face.
Oh.
Because when you're CNN, you don't want to fuck your career up by, yelling something mean to somebody who's way higher up. You want to make sure that they feel very nice. That was you really stepped in there, sir. But he's not there anymore.
Right.
He's in Deadwood now.
So
And I've been mining this creek for 15 fucking years. So that's the first time that I go from witnesser to active combatant.
So how do you suspect Jim Acosta expected things to go? He steps in and he expected just shriveling and retreat?
Yeah, I would say so. If I were to mental model where he came from, I
Yeah.
think he understands that he is the pinnacle of all things masculine and intellectual. And so he came in thundering like the voice of God, and everybody else around him would shrink. And he would, and then everybody would clap, and they would raise Jim Acosta on their shoulders, and they would say, "Acosta, Acosta." I think that's in his mind. That's probably about where he thought.
The Harlem
If
Shuffle.
I'm being fair, yeah. And then they would do the Harlem Shuffle.
Yeah.
So it's at that point. So he comes in. He says, "Get away from her. She's a journalist." To which I get in Acosta's face.
Oh, whoa. So you were not sucked in. Who are you in this character? So Jim Acosta, dressed as a gentleman on horseback, sees a brigand bothering one of King's Landing's finest, and says whatever. But then I guess you are what? Are you Sancho Panza? Are you?
I don't know. I guess so. I mean, like I got involved because I didn't.
You were Acosta's accoster. How many
Maybe
people?
so.
He would describe you as Acosta's accoster.
Who accosts the Acosta?
Who accosts the Acosta? Justin Robert Young.
Your boy.
We got there. All right.
So I don't know. I felt I was being fair. He said, "Get away from her. She's a journalist." To which I got in his face and I said, "He's a journalist."
Yeah. Okay. So from your perspective, he is refusing to acknowledge that you are all, that this was a hard ticket for us to get into. And we are all substackers here.
I mean, I look, if I thought that Tracy was being either physically menacing or
Unfair.
aggravating or unfair to a point, I would have intervened on behalf of Julie K. Brown.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. It's like, look, if this were another crowd and people weren't all supposed to be journalists, supposed to be not journalists, reporters, right?
Well,
if you are a reporter,
Yeah.
part of what you do is turn off the part of your brain that says you shouldn't go ask that person that question.
Right.
That's part of the world that you enter into.
Right. Now,
That-
if this
that
was
is
a
the
wedding
training that
or
you
a
get.
family reunion, you would have shut it down, or would you?
Well, I mean, but this is the First Amendment party for free speech for
Yeah.
reporters. And so it's like, what? He wants to add, he feels he was defamed. He's going to ask her a couple questions.
Not often.
The same question over and over. And that's going to be that. If I felt that it had crossed the line, I would have stepped in. But I didn't feel like it had crossed the line. And so now Acosta comes in and he wants to make this big thing. And I'm like, well, he's a journalist. To which Jim Acosta looks me dead in the. Oh wait, go ahead.
Wait, oh, well, okay. So you Acosta, the Acosta.
Yeah.
What did you think was gonna happen? Did you expect Jim Acosta to say, "Good point, sir. I forgot. I'm here at the wall."
I'm gonna be honest with you, Brian. I was too hard to notice.
Florida man was.
I was like,
I was back in Florida. Them Gators.
oh, like, homie. there's like there's a clip. I don't know if you can find it, but there's like a clip of Joe Budden, the rapper who has a podcast, who has like a soundboard with a gunshot sound effect.
Yeah.
Who just like he just goes ba 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 ba. Oh, I've been waiting. And I'm like, now look, I didn't start shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in it. This guy is the third man coming into a fight with two people.
Yeah.
I am evening things out. The fact that I personally think that Jim Acosta is a hack, and I personally think that he's bad at his job, I'm already racist against TV people.
Yeah.
I don't like TV journalists. I don't think TV journalism is real journalism. It's news-flavored entertainment. I don't appreciate the fact that they even call themselves journalists. They should call themselves malshapen heads that look good under studio lights. Like, he is a particularly sanctimonious brand of that. And so the fact that somebody that I don't have a lot of personal respect for his craft,
Yeah.
comes in, and now I have an opportunity to stand in front of him and tell him what I think.
This is pure. He went to the nerds ball and tried to jock it up. He came in and he was like, "Who wants a swirly?" Cracks knuckles.
I don't know where he was coming from. All I know is I was very happy to talk to him.
Yeah.
I was very, very
Well,
happy
and
to
now
talk
you had
to him.
common ground.
Yeah.
Whether or not, let us begin our debate whether or not Michael Tracy is indeed a journalist. Point. You say he is not. I say, fuck you.
Yeah. No. All I said is he is.
Yep.
That's it. That was the back and forth. To which Jim Acosta says to me, "Who the fuck are you?"
Okay. And I would imagine in his mind, he was going to say that, and you say, "I'm sorry, my lord. I forgot my place. I shall go back north of the wall."
To which I tell him, "Who the fuck are you?"
What's it like to look into the TV and be able to shout at the TV and have the TV blink?
Ba, 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 ba. And I've been waiting.
What? So, okay. So all right. So
Then he says, fucking, with all the improv of a fucking television person, he goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Oh, okay.
To which I tell him, "Oh, who the fuck are you?"
Oh no! So both of you have lost your scripts. Both of your teleprompters froze.
Number one, I got to where I wanted.
You're already. I'm playing with house money at
Well,
this
because
point.
he was trying to cow me, and it's like, no, you're here at my party.
Yeah.
So like, you had to come to my village. I didn't come to yours.
Yeah.
I didn't go to CNN and have to bow, grovel, and scrape and say, "Oh, Mr. Acosta, you're such a hero to me. You're so great at journalism." He came to me. This is the field that I fucking tilled.
Yeah.
Like I've been in here in these, again, dirt farmer, proud dirt farmer of these internet lands. And if you want to come to these platforms, you want to come to a crowdfunding platform, then guess what? You deal with me. I don't deal with you. You deal with me. You're locked in here with fucking me.
Smash cut to to Bane is like, "This fucking Batman just adopted the darkness. I
Yeah.
was born in it."
Yeah. So anyway, he quickly realized that he didn't give a shit about me.
Oh.
And so then this is the moment that launched
Hold
1,000
on.
memes.
How does he extract from? Because normally, arms come out and you get pulled away from each other. Did anything like that
Not a
happen?
lot of people. This
Yeah.
is another reason why this happened this way, right?
Yeah. So you two drift into that hook moment where you're like, "Don't try to stop me, Smee. Don't try to
Well,
stop me."
no. We'll get there. Because
Okay.
this is the moment that spurned 1,000 memes. Security, such that it is, does come in. Security's like 3 people.
Both of you, I'd imagine, not knowing where this goes, not actually want to escalate it, are both glad for the excuse of like, oh, well, I mean, the cops are here.
I mean, everything happened so fast. I don't really remember a point where, like, you know, there was no, like, hold me back kind of moment. I will say nobody wants to see a journalist fight. Like, look, none of us joined the military. Like we're all, like, it would just be a bunch of doughy old men rolling around on the floor with each other. Like, this is not exactly a thing that anybody would want to pay to see. Although now, actually, from what happens after this, maybe there is an arena to sell out based on.
We saw Jake Paul fight Mike Tyson.
I'm just saying. But this is the line that starts everything. Jim Acosta, brave Jim Acosta. Now with 3 security people and a 64-year-old woman in front of him.
Oh.
Says to Michael Tracy, "You want to step outside?"
Oh, no.
To which again, Michael Tracy, he's got a warthog's focus. He says, yeah, motherfucker, you want to step outside? Let's step outside. Jim Acosta runs away. So now it's just me and Michael Tracy.
I would imagine.
And 3 security people.
So, okay. I would imagine you're a wee bit fired up at this point.
To be honest, at this point, I just want everything to die down. I'm on cloud 9.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, this is great. This is like the stories I would read about journalists back in the day.
That was an honest to goodness. Oh, no, this is a great lens. Like, even when sometimes people wonder why I'm smiling a wolf's grin at objectively bad times. But that's because, like, oh, fuck, this is like, this is real shit. Like, I'm a living link in history. This shit's real.
I thought it was healthy, and I was kind of happy. I was like, oh, look at this living organism that exists. Like, this was kind of going through my mind at the time. It's like, oh, good. Like,
this is what I signed up and went to college for, was for real POV dust-ups.
Well, also, it's like, there is this narrative in the world of journalism that as things became more dominated by college grads, you lost... As the humans dominated, you lost a little bit of that Neanderthal spirit. And there used to be in the old days, you would hear stories of like the kind of gumshoe reporters with a 5th of fucking bourbon in their desk. And they would just be these like private eye figures that would uncover the most heinous acts of scandal. And they weren't well liked, but they were necessary. They were these like antibodies to society. And there was this moment where I was like, look at that. That's the kind of thing that happens at an event where we're like creating a little bit of like, I don't know, we trade a little paint. It's fine. People say some shit online. They talk about it. You want to know what it reminded me of? Like a version of TwitchCon that would matter.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. TwitchCon is like the
it's
thing
like a lot
that
of
changes.
drama for drama's sake. It's
Right.
like TwitchCon, people start getting into screaming matches because like they raided during a Kirby like fight or something like that. It's dumb stuff, or it's like, you know, a young people stuff of like, you stole my girlfriend, or we're not friends anymore, or anything like that. This is like about the biggest news stories of the day. This is about literal like empire and scandal and stuff like that. And so it's like, I actually really, you know, the rest of this is going to be very funny, but like, I genuinely in that moment was like, look, everybody got it out. We had some yelling. Yelling's done. I was in like full de-escalation mode at that point.
Yeah.
I got in Acosta's face because Acosta got involved, and Tracy was already yelling.
What
Julie
you
K.
were
Brown.
seeing, from your point of view, you were seeing healthy adversarial discourse.
Yes.
And somebody came in and shut it down. And not only,
even that, fine. That's all part of the antigen. That's all like everything that happened there was good.
But also, like, it's a bit on the nose that at this moment of like, finally, yes, real adversarial idea tournament happening. And then the being that said, stop this now, is the living embodiment of the fucking industry that shuts that
Now,
shit
to
down.
be fair, in this moment, he didn't say shut it down.
Okay.
He said, let's fight outside.
Well, no, he said, stop,
She's a journalist. But then he says to Tracy, let's step outside.
Right. Okay. Now that
And that's very key.
yeah. When
It is very important.
When the
Michael
landed
Tracy
gentry
did not say to Jim Acosta, and this is something that has been reported incorrectly. So if you ever see this, you put it in the comments. Jim Acosta asked Michael Tracy to fight. Michael Tracy
you were
did
physically
not,
there,
Oh, 100%.
and he escalated, and I would imagine your eyebrows. Yeah. Was that on your bingo card?
I mean, in the moment, I was rolling the dice.
Yeah.
like cool, dude. Like, yeah. You in your late 50s are going to, go outside and fight. Like, you're a TV person. Stop it. The only TV people that fight are Ron Burgundy and his news team. That's like, you're not doing that. So I didn't take it particularly seriously. But Michael Tracy did take it very seriously. And so I say all that to say that in this moment, I'm talking to security, and there's a video by the Daily Caller, because apparently this is the biggest news story in the world.
Are you in the video?
Oh, yeah. No, you can see I'm trying to talk to security. I'm trying to explain to security literally what I'm trying to explain right now.
Can we see
that
the
was
video?
the video. If you go to my Twitter, Justin R. Young, you can see me saying, this is me being Saul Goodman for my client, Michael Tracy.
Oh, this is amazing.
But I'm trying to explain to him like, hey, look, everything got said the way it got said. Nobody was menacing. Nobody was physical.
This is
Everything's cool.
Who are you talking to? The
Security.
Security.
Here we go.
Oh
yeah.
wait, you're okay. Great. What's the headline on this?
This was the footage of the moment that
Got it.
Michael Tracy was kicked out.
All right.
You're getting out of here. You're gone. Out.
So that's somebody telling Michael Tracy he's gone. There's
There
me.
he is.
Yeah. And so now
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to talk to
it does
security.
have half-empty prom vibes.
Yeah. There's the Cupid Shuffle. And that's Michael's getting a little, what is the charge, sir?
Now we're at full succulent Chinese meal.
Yeah. For asking a question, a
What's the
succulent
question?
defamation question.
Get your hands off of my Substack accounts.
So this is me trying to be like,
Like, hey man, we're all just cool Florida people here.
You're not going out.
Yeah.
so
Did they buy it?
they did not. Michael had been 86, and so he
Wait a minute. So they? Oh, I guess it's still King's Landing rules. I mean,
I think part of it was there weren't that many people there. I think if I were to put my mind, if I were to mentally model the CEO of Substack, whose call it ultimately is, it's his party. He's worried that it's like if he doesn't make the call now,
it's going to be an
It's-
unfun.
or no,
All
it's
about
going to
this.
eventually be either it's more hassle than it's worth, or it's like, hey, look, like this party is not going to get any more lively.
Yeah.
So it's going to probably continue to trend down. And if it trends down and there's already this kind of thing, then whatever. I didn't agree with it. If it were my party, I would have let Tracy stay. I would have said, hey, everybody just stay away from each other. We can be adults. Everybody said what they needed to say. But it wasn't my party. It was Substack's party. And so the CEO, credit to him, he came by himself and he told Michael, hey, look, you're welcome at our next party, but you have to leave this one. And I said, am I out too? And he goes, no, you can stay. He's got to go. And I'm like, well, I'm not.
You just
Yeah.
You just accosted Jim Acosta
Yeah.
on behalf of this guy.
Yeah.
You know, now he's clopping off on his horse.
Well, and also to be honest, like I kind of was in a de-escalatory thing, and I knew that Tracy was still in the like, explain to me, like kind of thing. And I was like, let me help ease the way out. And also it's at this point, the old content goblin upstairs is like, oh, do we got story?
Yeah.
Oh, do we got story?
Yeah.
So initially, in fact, here, I've already put this up on Twitter, but maybe
Yeah,
I'll put it up again now that people are getting paid to send it to
The Daily Caller.
the Daily Caller. But I initially said, hey, we'll leave, but we're going to record the whole thing.
Okay.
And so this was me beginning that video.
Oh, yeah. There you are in the same place that we just saw on the Daily Caller thing. Oh, we're playing to Bluetooth devices. Now the volume's down. You got to turn the volume up. There you go. Oh, goodness. Welcome to tech support.
I
with,
know.
This,
Jesus
you know what?
Christ.
It's a good time to remind everyone that patreon.com/great night is where you go to get double the episodes. We got our in public show, but then the real sauce. Wait, if you think you won't believe what happens when they give us the cameras and the microphones and the RSS feed, head on over to patreon.com/great night and you'll get the real work.
Yes. You did not do anything. You did not do anything. Did I physically do anything to anybody? You did nothing. You did nothing. Did I do anything good? We are going to go. We are going to go. Either we're going to go or we're going to get home.
So that is.
Here, aim it towards this camera.
I feel like you're obliged to explain to me the reasoning behind why I'm.
So that's
So that is when he I realized, oh no, it's just gonna be him asking 50,000 times, why am I getting kicked out?
So
and
at this point, you're flipping channels, and you're like, okay, so do I stay on this party channel?
oh no,
or
no,
do
no.
I?
This one, as soon as I know he's kicked out, I'm like, oh, we're making a fucking like this is going to be a thing.
Yep.
Michael Tracy just got kicked out. Jim Acosta was involved. I'm like, if we're gonna miss, and by the way, we're missing an hour of this party. We're already 2 hours into a 3-hour party.
Yeah.
We're for the cost of 60 minutes of an open bar, we're about to get. I thought 5 hours worth of story.
Oh,
for
this
Twitter.
is before you found out that this is what America wants is internet bullshit.
Yes.
Not presidential assassinations.
But I'm like, okay, we're gonna leave. So initially, I try to
this
record.
is America. Maybe we're healing. This is America taking the Pepsi challenge, and maybe we're all just surprised that this is the story that we want.
So
Or we could talk about Oz Perlman doing a magic trick for
big blow to mentalists. Big blow.
What? Okay.
Big blow to mentalists.
I almost talked out of school about some magic drama.
So I'm trying to record Tracy leaving, and then eventually it's like it. I feel like I was kind of a wedge to be like I'm trying to get everybody out, and I'm like, hey, look, if they say we're gone, we're gone. Doesn't matter if we have a different opinion. There's nothing that the security people, they're not making decisions. Their job is to usher us out. We eventually leave. Security's a little bit of, they take a few liberties at the end because Tracy was kind of a dick asking so many times that at the end, one of the security people is like, all right, you go to this corner and then you take a right. And if you don't take a right, I'm going to call the cops. And then he asks like, yeah, but are you not obliged to explain to me? And then she's like, all right, that's fine. Fuck you. I'm calling the cops. And like walks over. So she was a little aggressive, but it is what it is. We go to a bar around the corner.
And the cause of and solution to
all
all
the
these
world's-
problems.
Well, no, because what immediately I'm like, you need to go live
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You need to go live. This is going to be the story. And it probably would have been the story because he had a hot ticket, but we were in a basement. I led us to a basement bar.
Oh,
And
no,
so
you're like,
the live stream sucked.
my favorite bar in D.C., it's called the Faraday Cage.
Yes, basically. Faraday's paradise. No, the bottom line, turns out the bottom is the bottom of the building where they don't have good cell reception.
So are you aware that you're missing on gold, Jerry Gold, at this moment? Or
No, I mean, because we're doing the live stream and it seems like he doesn't seem like things are not happening. People are commenting. And so they're just, it is what it is. Another Substacker comes down and joins us at a certain point, Ross Barkin. And then, the end of the night, we say our goodbyes. I don't think I've posted this picture. This is me and Tracy.
Oh, look at
the
you.
bottom line.
You look happy. He looks.
You want to know what he looks like? Somebody that wants to fight Jim Acosta.
Somebody's still present.
At
He's
the
like,
Hampton Inn.
so at this point, you are the only what you're Acosta's. You're the lone Acosta's accoster.
I mean, yeah, they yelled back and forth.
Okay,
But like,
okay.
he had threatened to fight Michael Tracy. Jim
Yep.
Acosta did. It had not come to fruition. I walk back to my hotel. I make a video, again, sensing that there is story that is there to
Yeah,
explain.
you can smell it.
Oh, boy. Oh, you can smell the content. It was pungent. But I am but a understudy to the true virtuoso. That is Michael Tracy, who issued, I mean, at
Okay,
this point,
I guess we gotta look at
a top tweet of 2026.
Yeah. So okay. Finally, Brian's in the story. Like I'm getting the late echoes. So the explain the joke is it's in context. It's a reply to his own thing that says so Jim Acosta at Acosta.
No, it's even better than that. Can you bring it up?
Yeah, we'll see if we can find it. Michael Tracy's
Michael Tracy Hampton Inn.
It should be. It should be easy to find. Apparently,
There are two tweets. One where he says, I still don't know what happened with Trump. I know that Jim Acosta threw a hissing fit.
oh no, he didn't say hissy fit.
Sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Still have no idea whatever went on with Trump tonight. Just know Jim at Acosta threw a fucking hissing fit. Pussy cat. Jim, meet me in front of the Hampton Inn. Okay, and then
And then
the
he gives
literal
the
address of the
but
Hampton
no,
Inn.
scroll the one up because,
Scroll down.
there we go.
There we go.
That's it. Just click on that main tweet there.
The one with the picture in it.
Yeah.
There you go. And so it just says, Jim, I'm literally waiting for you right now, you piece of shit. And a photograph of the Hampton Inn.
I mean,
a million views.
Put it in fucking granite, dude.
Retweeted nearly 500 times. Bookmarked 219 times.
Jim, I'm literally waiting for you right now, you piece of shit.
478 responses. That was always, it was so cliche in middle school that we would make fun. Like, that was the punchline, is like, meet me at the bayou after school, right?
Yeah.
Literally happened. Fucking, not only was it a sparsely attended 4A prom, fucking, there was a dust up that ended with meet me at the bayou after school. This is so great. This is the healing America needs.
I mean, and then Michael, because he's the word hog and he sees, he's playing it up. He says that he'll fight any comer, like anybody.
So he just wants to fight anybody
He'll
at this
fight
point?
anybody.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Cut to Judge Burgundy with his robes and scotch saying, like, I did that. I got them all fired up.
He says he had extended his stay an extra day in case anybody wanted to fight. At one point, there's a female influencer from here in Texas, a Democratic influencer here in Texas. She actually, I think she's Houston. I don't think she's Austin. But just for the sake of understanding this context, I have to mention that she's a heavy-set lady. She says, I'll fight you, thinking that would diffuse Tracy. Misunderstanding Tracy.
Oh, no.
Tracy's like,
I guess, because you know what my favorite part about the story is? I have no idea who's Team Blue and who Team Red on any of this. What a wonderful way to experience this.
All liberals.
Oh, blue on blue violence.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, there is not a conservative in this story.
Wow.
Whatsoever.
How strange.
No.
Oh, that's why, Justin,
Yeah.
I'm convinced that's why this is sparking, is because we can all agree, like there's not an automatic heuristic triggering in our minds. We're not automatically like, oh, I have to hate one or the other because they're all on the same team, allegedly. Well, except for they're different. Except for you have revealed that there are different. This is a class warfare.
I don't know. I mean, in Tracy's world, again, like that dude just sees like, all right, comfort, I will afflict it, and like, and then look, he's a star. This kid, like he sees the heat.
How old is he?
30 something. He's probably about 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like is just he's a dog with a bone, which is really funny because when on his way driving back to the tri-state area, he saw a picture of a dog barking through a window. And so he took a picture of the dog. It was like, this dog keeps barking at me through the window. I think trying to kind of like, you know, all right, turn the page on this whole Hampton Inn thing, which the world would not let him. And they're like, Tracy's gonna fuck up that dog. And then there's all these memes of like Tracy, like Street Fighter fighting a dog in front of the Hampton Inn. Like,
oh, that's great. Hot damn, man.
So yeah, just a ridiculous. I mean, like, I did not think anyone would give a shit about this Sunday morning. We are now on the third day of the Michael Tracy got kicked out of the Substack party news cycle. I am honored to be a part of it. I am thrilled that I got to tell Jim Acosta, who the fuck are you, to his face.
Yep.
I don't know, 11 out of 10, dude. No, it's like, this has just been like, it's just been a great ride. I just have to say.
Oh, that's the other thing is like there, and hopefully I'm hearing enough of the story that I'm not wrong about this. Like there are no losers in this story. Everybody is a winner. Like Jim Acosta in his reality, he stood up for one of his own from King's Landing.
Yeah.
And then she had a night protector. And we me got to meet Michael Tracy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like everybody came out a winner.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people are more happy about it than others. Julie K. Brown seems to be upset that this has turned into a meme about Michael Tracy being a Popeye figure who will just like eat his spinach and like uppercut all comers.
Which I would imagine in her story is an unfair and harmful reduction of the importance of her work, a diminishing of her work. I would imagine, but I'm only looking at it through the lens of internet horseshit. This is great.
Exactly. He goes through the spinach because he eats his spinach. He's Tracy the Sailor Man.
He goes through his spinach as he's struck to the
Punches
finish.
a dog to the moon.
He's at the Hampton Inn, 10053 West Avenue 42.
No, the Hampton Hammer, Michael Tracy. I was on a podcast with him last night, and I was like, you understand that this has gotten famous enough that you're gonna get a celebrity boxing, you're gonna get an influencer boxing offer. Yeah. Somebody is going to offer. You've become too famous on the internet.
I feel like you're pitching me right now, and I'm kind of here for it.
You want to fight him?
No, I'm Don King in this story. Like,
you viewed yourself as Don King?
Yeah, with the crazy hair, promoting the fight, hype man, fucking making money on the side. You better believe it. What other character is there? I'm not getting in the ring.
I think he'll get an offer.
Shit, we could actually build a little wrestling thing in that.
No, I think it's like those influencer boxing things sell out arenas.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Acosta were to do it for charity.
Acosta versus
Tracy. 3 rounds, let's be honest. Like for charity.
I mean,
I think
a 37-year-old man beating up a dude.
37-year-old man beating up a 54-year-old man.
Is Acosta tall? He's probably tall.
He's got inches on Tracy. Grok thought Tracy would win.
Oh, of course, Grok weighed in on it.
Well, somebody was like, "Who'd win this?" Grok, who'd win in the fight?
For his intensity, and they made it clear it's a physical
No. It
fight.
was they said. I don't know if Grok has accurate height statistics. Having seen them next to each other in an aggressive posture, I would say that Acosta is taller. Tracy is younger.
That's what's going to give him the edge.
Yeah, that would be
30s versus 50s is kind of the beginning and the end of that.
Yeah, that's a different world.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they did it, it would be a gigantic story.
Man.
It would be a massive story.
I think they have a moral obligation to just figure out what's the right charity, what's the right beneficiary.
I told Tracy last night, I'm like, look, I'll walk you to the ring, and who let the dogs out? Could be your theme song.
Whoop, there it is. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Do you think this is the end of the...
I thought it would have been the end again. It's
You
like,
thought it was over, but you didn't realize that
I thought it was going to be some internet bullshit that would have lasted. I thought it would have got subsumed under the fact that there was an assassination attempt.
on the president.
How foolish I was. I had my friend Kirk Beto, who was in the ballroom, who was like underneath the table thinking that they might be all Columbined at any moment. And I asked him to be on the show, and he's like, yeah, but you were at the good party.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's something fascinating about this to people. People really, really like it.
I'll tell you what.
I think it is a desire that, like, if I were to really over-intellectualize it, it is that we're all influencers now. News people are influencers. The drama matters to people. People have their favorites. They have their not favorites. And you would want to see them fight each other for the same reason that influencer boxing had a heyday. You could sell it. I'm just saying.
I mean,
You could sell it. Now, Acosta would never do it because... But like Tracy would do it. Tracy would do it in a second.
BioCow in the chat says Heaton could fight him, but he'd hold his fist facing backwards. But also, maybe chess boxing. That's what Heaton would do.
Yeah. Heaton versus Tracy would be interesting because Heaton's definitely got height on him.
Yeah.
And he's closer to his age. They actually might be the same age.
But Heaton can, okay, we go a little pro wrestling. Michael Tracy as Michael Tracy. Heaton bravely stands in for Jim Acosta.
Noted Jim Acosta super fan.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
So he's gonna dress up and pretend to be Jim Acosta.
No, doesn't work.
No,
Got to be him.
it's got to be the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, really, Tracy's the star. Tracy's the one who's wanting to fight all-comers, and now he's steering into it. He's like, this won't end until I pile drive somebody's smug face into the pavement.
is that a literal quote?
Literal tweet.
Oh, of course it is.
Literal tweet.
God, that's great.
But now he's got this aura. He's the Hampton Hammer, dude. Like, he is.
Do you think Jim Acosta meant to bless him with the with the shadow?
No. I think Jim Acosta is a blowhard who, in every
maybe
other
it's Justin
situation,
versus-
like he's done that, like that he has done that, everybody has cowered when he said something. And then there were I'm sure there were a bunch of people around him at that party that were like, great job, Jim. Jim, you're a really brave man. Oh, Jim, you're so great. Jim, oh my God, the way you walked in there. I wish I were so brave, Jim.
This used to be a dignified profession.
Oh, Jim.
Journalist.
Jim, I love you, Jim. I'm sure there were a lot of people that said things like that to him. Like, but that's not rewarded in our culture. No. Michael Tracy wanting to fight a dog is.
Man, I don't think we're gonna top any of that.
Yeah. No, the Hampton Hammer, dude. He's it's one of the funniest things.
That's great.
But yeah, I would have never guessed. Like Michael Tracy getting kicked out of the Substack party versus me walking literally the same floor path that a presidential assassin did not but 15 minutes before he left his room. Like that Michael Tracy getting kicked out of the Substack party would be so much more what I have talked about over the last 72 hours. I would have assumed that I would have been dining out on like my where were you during 9/11 story on like, well, you gotta understand is that the lobby has 3 phases. And so there's 2, like I would have thought that I just would have been me doing Washington Hilton anatomy.
What's funny?
No.
I mean, if you have the means, dear listeners and viewers, take a look at the first 10 seconds intro of Justin's Politics Substack and compare it to there. Because I watched the first 10 seconds. The first 10 seconds are the president, an attempted assassination, and also a
very
little
silly
story.
Yeah.
Smash cut to, I was there. I fucking dealt it.
Well, I mean, again, it's like my assumption was that that's where the market would be. The market would be at the president's 3rd assassination. But I guess
They made too many Beanie Babies.
They did.
That bottomed out.
It bottomed out, and now the Hampton Hammer's the #1 story in America.
You're like mad money for memes. Buy the Hampton Hammer. I guess that's what all of crypto is. Popularity contest.
Somebody started the Hampton Hammer coin.
Hammer coin. Here, play the lullaby. What do we learn today, Justin?
We learned that this is the state of modern journalism.
Yeah. This is what real journalism looks like.
Yeah.
We learned
and
that.
then everybody made fun of me for telling the story drunk. Well, not everybody. There was enough people. My tweet about it went like genuinely viral.
Oh, shit.
And like, I got a little bit of that, like when the oceanic vent opens and it's just like raw steam from the center of the earth, and you're just like, oh, okay, so everybody's gonna mention their own first thoughts about you, and then it's just a lot of people being like, hey, you're drunk, and I'm like, yeah, I say it in the first 2 seconds of the video. I'm like, hey, I'm a little drunk.
Welcome to North of the Wall.
Yeah.
YouTube comments all the time.
Exactly.
Did you know I only get fatter and gayer every video?
Anyway, so I learned what it's like to be a YouTube celebrity.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fucking man, that's dope. Beautiful Diamond Clubbers. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Dying a fire.
Shine on, you crazy diamonds.
It's been a great night.
Yep. Is there another one?
I think there's like 2 more.
We'll access them.
We'll see you. Bye.
Hooray. Diamond Club hopes you've enjoyed this program.
Fight, you coward. Acosta.
Send your comments.
Calling you out.
20036 Avenue 5.